Hi, I'm Tom Shue, and today we're going to talk about white balance. I've gotten quite a few emails over the last couple months about white balance, and specifically, the questions are, how do you correct your white balance if you didn't shoot a target? You know, the target is your reference, basically. When you shoot that white balance checker, it's a neutral target, which means that the red, green, and blue channels are all equal, and it becomes the reference to set color in post. Now, if you didn't do a custom white balance on location and you let the camera choose, or you are on the wrong white balance setting in your camera, you can get some mixed results. Either your images will be really cool, or in this case you can see that it's very warm. It's real orange looking. So this is as shot. As you can see from the drop down menu, this was shot incorrectly, and we went ahead and made adjustments later on. But let's go ahead and correct the white balance in this image without any kind of reference. So if you come over and grab your checker tool, and you can see without the checker tool, first of all, let me show you something else. Wherever you hover, if you look underneath the histogram, you're going to see a red, green, and a blue value. And in this case, the red is, if you look right under here, the red is 89.8, the green is 82.5, and the blue is 51.9. The idea about being neutral color means that each one of those channels is equal. So if you come over here and you grab this checker tool, this is going to neutralize the color, and it's going to try to equal all three channels, the red, green, and the blue. So we're going to find a place that is really close. You know, you come around your image, and we know we don't have a reference which is neutral, so we're going to have to find something that is close as possible to kind of reference our image from. Okay, so something maybe we'll just go somewhere in this area. It's 91, 84, and 57. So if we click it, we'll notice that all of the colors are the same. It's 87.8, 87.8, and 87.6. So what Lightroom has done is try to neutralize all three of the channels based on that particular target. Now I know from when I shot this image, it's way cool. This image is warmer than this, but it wasn't as warm as before. So what you want to do is come over to your white balance tool, and you want to click on the temperature. We're going to click and highlight that, and then we're going to go back and hover to the area we were in, and we're going to use the up and down arrows to adjust the temperature. In this case, we're going to be bringing it down, or actually up. We're going to be bringing it to the warmer point, okay? And we're going to have to make a kind of like a creative choice based on what we thought the scene looked like. Now, if you have a skin tone in the image, you would adjust this temperature to get a correct skin tone, okay? So we're going to warm it up just a little bit more, somewhere in this area. I think that's close to where it was when it was shot. And then you could come in and adjust your exposure to complete the image. So maybe we would set a black point, we would set a white point. You can see that's a little bit warm there, so we might want to grab our highlights and jank them down just so that highlight disappears, and bring it back right to the edge. Same with the whites. Bring the whites up and then just drop it back. Okay, we can do our final exposure based on this slider. This is kind of like the brightness slider after you set all the information. So that's it. That's how one way you could correct your white balance in post if you didn't shoot a target. I want to thank you all for taking time to visit today, and until next time, we'll see you soon.